welcome to the jungle. Navigating the political landscape, politics. It's a jungle out there. Politicians are like salespeople. They want your vote. But are they selling you what you really need, or just what sounds good? This isn't about left versus right. It's about right versus wrong. It's about seeing through the spin and making up your own mind. We all get tricked sometimes. Politicians are good at it. They've had practice. But we can learn to spot their tricks. We can be smarter than the spin. So put on your skeptical hats, folks. Let's go hunting for some truth. Bait and switch promises they can't keep. Ever been promised the world? Politicians do it all the time. They stand on stages, look you in the eye, and tell you everything you want to hear. Lower taxes, better healthcare, free puppies for everyone. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. They paint a picture of a utopia where all your problems will be solved. They make it sound so easy, so achievable, and we want to believe them. We want to believe that someone out there has the answers, that someone can make our lives better with the stroke of a pen. But here's the thing. Making promises is easy. Delivering on them? Not so much. They make big promises to get elected. They tell us what we want to hear because they know that's what wins votes. But can they actually deliver? Sometimes. Sometimes they can make good on their promises and we see real change. But more often than not, those promises turn out to be just hot air. Remember, politicians are in the business of winning elections. And nothing wins elections like a good promise. They know that if they can get you to believe in their vision, they can get your vote. But governing is a lot harder than campaigning. It's easy to make grand promises when you're on the campaign trail. It's a lot harder to turn those promises into reality when you're in office. So, next time a politician makes a promise, ask yourself, how are they going to pay for it? Who benefits? And what's the catch? Because in the end, it's not the promises that matter, it's the actions. Actions speak louder than words. And in the world of politics, that's a lesson we all need to remember. The problem is, governing is a lot harder than campaigning. So, next time a politician makes a promise, ask yourself, how are they going to pay for it? Who benefits? And what's the catch? Because in the end, it's not the promises that matter, it's the actions. Fear factor. Playing on your emotions. Politics can be scary. Politicians often use fear as a tool to manipulate public opinion. They know that fear is a powerful emotion that can override rational thinking and make people more susceptible to their messages. The world is a complicated place, and politicians know that. They understand that in a world filled with uncertainties, people crave simple answers and strong leadership. They exploit this by presenting themselves as the only solution to complex problems. So, they try to scare you. They use stern expressions and alarming news to create a sense of urgency and danger. This tactic is designed to make you feel that immediate action is necessary, often leading you to support their agenda without question. They tell you that the other side is dangerous. By painting their opponents as threats, they create an us versus them mentality. This divisive strategy makes it easier to rally support by fostering fear and distrust of the opposition. They say that your job is at risk. Economic insecurity is a common fear that politicians exploit. By suggesting that their policies are the only way to protect your livelihood, they aim to secure your vote through fear of financial instability. They make you think that the world is about to end. And it works. Dramatic gestures and doomsday scenarios are used to amplify your fears, making you more likely to believe that drastic measures are needed to avert disaster. Fear makes us act irrationally. When we're scared, our ability to think clearly is compromised. We become more likely to make decisions based on emotion rather than logic. It makes us vote against our own interests. Fear can cloud our judgment, leading us to support policies or candidates that may not actually benefit us in the long run. Don't let them control you with fear. It's important to recognize when fear is being used as a manipulation tool. Turn off the news if it becomes overwhelming and take a moment to calm yourself. When you're scared, you make bad decisions. Take a breath. Think critically. Is the threat real? Analyze the information you're given and question its validity. Don't let fear dictate your actions. Or is it just hype? Often the threats presented are exaggerated to elicit a strong emotional response. Engage in discussions and seek multiple perspectives to get a clearer picture. Don't let fear be your guide. Use your brain. Educate yourself, stay informed, and make decisions based on facts rather than fear. Your mind is your best tool against manipulation. Section 4. Smoke and mirrors, distracting you from the real issues. Ever noticed how politicians love to talk about some things? They can go on and on about certain topics, making them seem like the most important issues of our time, and avoid others like the plague. That's called distraction. It's a tactic as old as politics itself. When they don't want to address the real issues, they create a smokescreen. They focus on hot-button issues to get you riled up. Things like crime, immigration, or that Kardashian marriage that's on the rocks again. These topics are designed to evoke strong emotions. They know that by keeping you emotionally engaged, you're less likely to notice the more complex, less glamorous issues that are often more important. It's all a way to distract you from the real issues, the ones that require thoughtful consideration and informed debate, the ones that don't make for sensational headlines, but have a lasting impact on your life. The boring, complicated stuff that actually matters. Don't fall for it. These are the issues that shape policies, affect economies, and determine the future of our society. Pay attention to what they're not talking about. Ask tough questions. Demand answers. Be the informed citizen who sees through the smoke and mirrors. Don't let them change the subject. Hold them accountable. Make sure they address the issues that truly matter to you and your community. Stay focused on the issues that matter to you. Your attention is your power. Use it wisely. Section 5. Echo chambers, reinforcing your biases. We all live in our own little bubbles. We talk to people who agree with us. We read news that confirms our biases. And social media? It's an echo chamber on steroids. Algorithms show you what you want to see, not necessarily what's true. This creates a dangerous cycle. We become more extreme in our views, less tolerant of opposing opinions. Break out of your bubble. Talk to people who disagree with you. Read news from different sources. Challenge your own beliefs. It's uncomfortable, but that's how you grow. Section 6 Fact Checking 101. Don't believe everything you read. The internet is amazing. It's also full of crap. Anyone can post anything, and it spreads like wildfire. Politicians know this. They use social media to spread misinformation, to discredit their opponents, to manipulate you. Don't believe everything you read online, even if it's shared by your Aunt Susan. Check your sources. Look for evidence. Be skeptical. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Section 7. Your vote, your power making informed decisions. Look, politics is messy, it's complicated, but it matters. Your vote is your voice. It's your chance to shape the world you want to live in. Don't let anyone take that away from you. So be informed, be engaged, be skeptical, ask questions, demand better, and don't fall for the traps. The future is in your hands.